obviously, guys, a tough loss. But you both had very impressive games that really made the difference for you guys as a team. How do you feel? What different things do you think you can focus on to kind of give you guys the edge and your team the edge next time out?
I think being able to focus and stay disciplined to our principles down the stretch. We've had the lead, and I think we just didn't stay focused down the stretch. So I think improving on that is the biggest thing for us.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna ask me too?
Yeah.
I think just like executing offensively, but like also just more importantly like defense. I think that we just gotta take more pride in our scout and just like details. Not giving shooters open looks, stuff like that. So I mean, it's like we're right there, but we just have to have more focus in those things.
For sure, 100%. Obviously, the first half was a big defensive slugfest. A lot of great defenses played. What are some different things that you guys threw at them? What did you see from their defense that maybe?
Yeah, I think they did start pressuring us a little bit more, pressuring our point guard in the third and fourth quarter, and I mean, obviously like made a difference for us. So I mean, we have to handle that pressure too, and just find a way to be a relief for our point guards as well. So I think they did ramp it up a little bit, but it wasn't nothing that we couldn't handle. Like we should have been able to handle that and still run our sets and such. So.
Yeah, for sure. Cam, obviously 28 points in the paint tonight. You guys really doubled the points in the paint between the teams. Was that a goal for you guys coming into this matchup?
Yeah. We know we wanted to be able to get downhill and get looks in the post and attack their bigs. So that was our game plan going in. I think we did a good job at executing that. So just like Jazz said, focusing on the scout for future games too, and being able to capitalize on stuff like that.
100%. And last question I'll ask you guys. Obviously, it was a big game for Harris Baker on Virginia Tech. What is maybe something you guys saw out there that was there anything that could have been a difference maker? You think in hindsight, or was it just kind of just one of those days?
She was too comfortable. She's a good shooter. I mean, like she shoots. We knew that coming into the game, so I feel like the first couple two, okay, she hit whatever. Like we had defensive errors, but we should have adjusted throughout the game and not even let her get a shot off, and we allowed that. And so she probably just had a career game on us. But I feel like once again things that we just needed to focus and lock in on, not letting a shooter feel comfortable and get hot, because once a shooter's hot, the rim's a freaking ocean. Like they're just gonna keep shooting. So.
Yeah. All right, so Coach, obviously you guys dominated down low. But Virginia Tech almost doubled the amount of three-point shots, both made and attempted. They had 29, we had 17 that were attempted. Was that part of the game plan, kind of focusing more on the paint stuff, or was that just kind of how the game played out?
They're a great three-point shooting team, and we knew that with the scouting report, and we knew guarding the three-point line was going to be a big deal. I think that they just do. I mean, they had the kid have 7 threes. I mean, we can't let that happen. I mean, we can't give her open looks like that. But I think for the most part of the game, the things that frustrated me, and I haven't seen a final box, but I think we finished with 18 turnovers. 19, okay. The one I have says 17. But I think we had way too many turnovers for a team that wasn't pressuring as much as Louisville did. And a lot of them were self-inflicted. And in our fast break, I thought in the first half, we had probably 6 to 8, maybe even 10 points that we should have scored layups on, that we bobbled the ball and either turned it over or didn't get the easy 2 that we should have gotten after we worked really hard to get a stop. I also thought in the fourth quarter we had open shots we didn't knock down. And it's unfortunate because I thought for the majority of this game we executed better offensively than we have all season. And I was really, really proud of that. But we've got to finish it off. And I think when you look at it, I was proud of the fact that we shot 81% from the free throw line. We shot 46% from the field. But I think when you say what you said is true, I think turnovers and then their threes are the story of the game. And we just can't. We can't turn it over that many times.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking about turnovers, Tech had 17 points off turnovers in this game, if the box I'm looking at is correct, and we only, Miami only had 5.
Mm-hmm.
What are some different ways you think you can improve upon that as the season goes along? Because that could have been a difference maker today.
Well, I will tell you this: it's been a point of emphasis since I got the job, but I also know that, you know, we have a lot of people that haven't played together for a long time, and they're learning how to read each other and read the actions that we're asking them to do and different defenses with every team we play, and they're maturing and they're getting better at it. But it's just not quite as where it needs to be. I'm not satisfied with it, and if you ask any of them, they're not either. We just got to keep working at it, and you know, if you went and looked at the board and said, what are your top 3 keys offensively? Every game, it's please take care of the ball. So it's not that we don't put it out there. It's not that we don't work on it. I think we just got to pride ourselves in it a little bit more. And if we do, I think there'll be a big difference in some of these close games.
Sure, 100%. And one last question, of course. Big 11-1 start, blistering start. Now 3 consecutive losses. What's the message to the team right now to kind of keep hopes high and keep them locked in and focused, if there is any message?
Well, I mean, let's face it. We're also an ACC play. We weren't playing ACC teams before. We are playing them now, and I think we all have to understand that we've got to rise to the level of what we're playing right now. I think today, for the majority of the game, we played pretty well, and unfortunately, you know, in the fourth quarter they were hitting or we were fouling, and you know, we weren't connecting on some shots that I thought were pretty wide open, and we just couldn't put them down. I don't think that all is lost in this game. I do think that there were a lot of really positive things, but there's a couple areas we've got to defend really good 3-point shot shooters better. You know, they're making it tough on Haley. We're not making it tough on their best 3-point shooter, and so let's do a better job of staying locked in and let's take care of the ball. And I think we see a much different ending.
That's all I have. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for your time.